Welcome to my brief amphibian update about how the common frog's getting on following the recent storms, etc. So happy that after the beast from the east and then the mini beast from the east, I've got a couple of frogs that have survived, and there's one of them there. And the pond is just around 3 feet deep, which is a critical depth, and I do put silt. There is silt in the bottom. 20 hibernated in it and they didn't survive. These will be ones that hibernated in the muddy area around the pond. Having lost so many frogs to the recent ice storms in the UK, I decided to do something about it. I've only got 2 left in my pond and I've had to fish out all of the others that didn't survive. I've done all I can now, and over 2 days I've decided to totally change my garden and make it more wildlife frog friendly. Well, I've carried out my research on frogs and I found that the British frog, the common frog, doesn't fully hibernate over winter, and at times when it warms up it will become active. It mostly goes into ponds, but it will go for compost heaps, and also you can provide hibernation areas. So what I've done is try to improve what I've got in my garden by the following. I've put quite a lot of, there's an extra little pond area around it and little rocks. Don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to try and create another area where I put lots and lots of sticks and things, say along by this tree here, because apparently that's what they need to hibernate, and I'm going to create a hibernating area. Okay, so here I've got a pipe which leads to the pond, gives them some protection from creatures like tawny owls because they're around where I live. I've used part of a guinea pig igloo which I no longer use, covered it in mud. I shall put plenty more over it to insulate it, and it's very soft underneath there and damp and moist, and amphibians would like that. That's very close to the pond, as you can see, and there's one here as well so that they can rest in there. In the pond itself I put a number of resting points for the female frogs, because this is where the breeding takes place, and they can become exhausted and easily drowned. So basically somewhere where they can rest, but also somewhere they can get out. And also it's because of fledglings, because as you can see above this area lots of little branches, birds such as starlings, they're fledglings. I found them, 1 or 2 drowned in this pond once, so I've got a place where they can get out. There's a hedge all the way along here. I put little blockades there. There's a frog resting point or hibernation point here, again using the bottom half of the guinea pig igloo. Here on the side of an ornamental water pump feature, I don't turn the pump on now. I've got another frog rest home here. That's dug in and covered in soil. And on the other side of the pond, where they might come from a compost heap in the back garden, I've laid a pipe, a half pipe there, so they can get free from predators. And here is the compost heap, and we don't have grass snakes where I live, so frogs should be quite safe here. Of course you might get rodents, but there are a lot of cats around. Frogs will be able to bury deep underneath that. This was an ice-free zone, and it's in the sunshine, so it catches that southern sunshine. This guttering, I bought sections many years ago because of various plumbing issues. Got some spares, and the idea is that underneath it I've also dug out an equal amount of soil, so it's very soft underneath, so the frogs are able to get in, right, and hide, and they can get in from the side as well. Okay, it's all leading to the pond. And we have another frog hidey home there, another half guinea pig igloo top. I've dug in so it's nearly about 6 inches to a foot deep, even inside. The frogs can get into there and burrow around and hide. Ideally you need silt at the bottom of a pond. I'll look into that. I don't know whether you can buy sharp sand or whatever, but at the moment mine's had plenty of silt because there were trees above it with leaves, and frogs hibernate in the silt. The trouble comes when you get ice. What remains to be done is I've got to dig out a lot of soil around some of my older trees to make areas where the frogs can burrow around the roots, and this will be using trees such as old flowering red currants like this one in the background behind my garden thermometer. But there he is. He's quite happy there. It's about 3 foot deep, and I'm going to order an aerator and also some oxygenating plants for the frogs. So just happy that they've got their habitat sorted now.